Hey guys, welcome to the week at the movies. My name is Sajin Shrijith and I am reviewing Pushpa 2 The Rule. Now, before I get to the review, I need to mention that despite a few disagreements with some of the creative choices in Pushpa The Rise, I found it quite an enjoyable experience. In fact, when Allu Arjun won the Best Actor National Award for his performance, it was a decision that triggered a heated debate among film buffs, but I defended it, considering how the actor made admirable use of his physicality to deliver a performance that, when you really think about it, isn't easy to pull off. And as to the question of whether performances in masala movies deserve awards or not, I say, why not? Now, with this knowledge and the appearance of Faasil in mind, it goes without saying that I went into Pushpa 2 The Rule with considerably raised expectations. And for a while there, and this would be around the first 2 hours of its runtime, the movie was doing quite a decent job. I would even go so far as to say that I found the quality in the first couple of hours a major improvement upon that of its predecessor. What we get to see here is Allu Arjun and Faasil being their quirkiest, most energetic selves, seemingly utilizing every fiber in their bodies to create situations that are alternatively serious and funny. I even took delight in the fact that Sukumar didn't diffuse the serious situations with humor and instead opted for its placement elsewhere in the most appropriate conditions. I also smiled at how Allu Arjun's character and body language really resembled, to an extent, that of the iconic gangster roles that Mohanlal did in the 80s and early 90s in Malayalam. And since both Pushpa movies deal with a fair amount of power games and political maneuvering, we get to see situations that evoke the Godfather films. Like, for instance, when a politician who, despite being funded by Pushparaj, refuses to accept him as an ally. But something seemed to have gone wrong when Sukumar and his team went about planning the movie's final hour, especially its closing moments. The film runs out of ideas and fuel. It takes an exasperating nosedive that undoes everything that came before it. Things get so ridiculous, even with suspended disbelief and everything, to the point that I and those sitting next to me began to shift in their seats uncomfortably. Not to mention making the kind of sounds usually associated with an agitated state of mind. Watching the entire third act was the equivalent of going to a hotel that promised you a hot water bath but then suggests that you take a cold shower instead and then shut off the water supply while you are in the middle of it, all lathered up. If only the makers shifted all the time and resources required for staging all those weird sounding songs to writing more unconventional, quirky and out of the box situations for its characters, this would have been a far superior sequel. This is the second movie this year after Amal Neerat's Bougainvillea that treats Faasil as a joke. I was extremely disappointed with the way they wrapped up his character arc. When the film takes a sudden detour in the third act and shows us events that by now we have seen and got tired of in many South Indian movies, such as the idea of using a woman's honor to enhance the heroism of Pushparaj, then the lackluster songs and Rashmika's largely inert presence, you begin to sense a gradual depletion of energy. To put it simply, the entire last hour feels like a beautifully shot but badly written and performed teleserial. I left the theatre a confused and furious man. So that's my review of Pushpa 2 The Rule. Thank you for watching.